everybody, my name is Quack here, and today I'm bringing you a new video, Rainbow Six Siege this time. I've been doing a lot of Modern Warfare and a lot of Fallout. I wanted to do another Siege video, and I'm gonna do a different video on Siege tomorrow. You'll probably understand why. So today's video is on my personal opinion, or my recommendations for what are the best, the middle, and the worst defenders in Rainbow. This is not including Echo, because I have not got him yet. But this does include the rest of the DLC operators, including Valkyrie, Frost, and Caveira. And personally, if I did get Echo yet, I probably would have not played him enough to think if he's good or not. Anyways, these are my personal opinions, so some of you might be better at others, some of you might enjoy others better. It doesn't bother me which one you go with. Now, if you don't know what the defensive team is in Rainbow Six Siege, it's basically the team that defends the bombs, the objective, the secure area or whatever, and the hostage. And there are basically two types of defenders. There might be a bit more, depends on your opinion, but there's two basic types. There's the campers, or the basic defenders, which stay at the objective, watch it, make sure enemies don't get to it. And then there's the roamers. There aren't a lot of roamers, but there's definitely at least like one per match. Roamers go somewhere else in the map and try to pull off flanks on the enemy. And, basically get kills and whatnot. But they pull off flanks. Usually the enemy is expecting them. There's only one operator right now, Caveira, and I'm playing her as her right now, who's designed for flanking. Some operators are really good at, like Pulse is really good at, Blitz is really good at because of speed, and they don't have certain things. Operators with nitros are pretty good at it. But Caveira is like the one actually designed to roam. Now others are really good, and some people might be better at roaming with one person than the other. I personally am the best at roaming with Caveira. I like her pistol, and she's just a fun operator. Now, to the list. So I've taken all the operators so far besides the new one, Echo, and put them into different categories. And I'll explain each one and why I think they're good. First off, I think the best operators is Rook. Rook is just a basic need. Ubisoft says he's the most used operator by like double everyone else, which makes sense. He supplies armor plates to the entire team, which is one extra bullet, but in a game like this, that one bullet means life or death. And it really helps out the team. And he's got an MP5, which is a fine weapon. His weapons aren't super duper unique because Doc has the exact same weapons as him. But he helps out the team a lot, but he's a camping operator, so don't expect to roam with him. Number 2 is Smoke. Smoke has kind of a learning curve. This goes for before the ACOG was removed on the SMG-11 and after the ACOG was removed. He's really useful for every type of situation. If you enable a shotgun in his inventory and then the SMG-11, and if you just throw a red dot on it now since they removed the ACOG, you got that shotgun for close quarters. You can use that SMG-11 for long quarters. You can use the smoke grenades to kill enemies, or run away from enemies as kind of smoke grenades. There's 3 of them. Both are really useful. I don't remember. I think he has 2 armor, 2 health, but I personally can't remember. And he's also got the impact grenades, so he can blow open holes. So he's basically a mix of everything. I consider these type of operators semi-roamers, because he doesn't have a shield, but I don't think he's meant for roaming. I think he's kind of like stay by the objective, like on the same floor as the objective, but just kind of waddle around from place to place. Or stick in a corner that's not going to get you killed. Number 3 is Valkyrie, which is one of the Dustline operators. So she's double the price of a normal operator. The main reason I like her is her MPX is amazing. I really like it. Now, she's kind of a mixed operator. You can roam with her or you can camp with her. I usually camp with her. She has the 3 deployable black eye cameras, which, if you're watching right now, you can plant basically anywhere. And it's a color camera that's accessible by the whole team. Now she has 3 though. She used to have 4, but then she got nerfed, but she's still really good. And her cameras have a wide range of view, so you can place them basically anywhere. And a real quick tip for her is, I usually just do this, but if you're camping in a corner, I always place one in the objective room, so that when I'm camping in a corner and no one can shoot me, I can see where enemies are in the objective view, and usually enemies don't take out these cameras. Now, number 3, a lot of people might think of as a middle or worst operator because it's kind of situational, but when it does work, it works really well. That's Cavera. I did do a tips and tricks video on her, so if you want to learn more about her, you can go watch that. Link in the description. But anyways, she has the silent step ability, which she has got like 2.5 abilities. She has silent step, which makes her run without footsteps, and footsteps matter in this game. You can tell where someone is by their footsteps. And then she's got an interrogation tool, so which means when someone's in the down but not out position, so they're like laying on the ground waiting for a revive, she can interrogate them and find out who the enemies are and where they're at for 10 seconds. Now, that's where her pistol comes in. When you're on silent step or when you're just using her pistol, it does high damage, has a long range, and does not kill the enemy. So you can headshot them and they'll still go into the down but not out position. Now, if you shoot them with the pistol while they're in the down but not out position, they'll die. And a real quick tip for her is, if someone's in the down but not out position, first off, check for enemies or wait a couple seconds. They take like a minute before they actually die if they hold. It would not, so check there are enemies nearby, because sometimes people travel in pairs and they end up dying. And then the last for the best category, I think, is Pulse. He does have a learning curve, but he can pull off some really good kills with his nitro. He has the heartbeat sensor, which can detect heartbeats through walls at a pretty far range, and his MP5, I think is pretty. No, it's not the MP5. The UMP45 or something along there. He's one of the FBI SWAT operators, but anyways, it's good. But anyways, his main thing is that if you detect someone out a window, you can toss a nitro at it and kill them, basically. I've killed 4 people at once using a nitro. And then you can also detect where an enemy is and pull off flanks. He's definitely a roamer or semi-roamer. He's not a camping operator. Semi-roamer means you stay by the objective, but you kind of waddle around from place to place instead of staying in one spot at the objective. And he can detect people through walls. Now, onto the middle category, I have Blitz, Jaeger, Doc, and Frost. Blitz is good. His submachine gun is good. So is his shotgun. Personally, I have not had that best of experience with him, and I think his gadget doesn't do much. It can really lower the health of people, but his gadget is not really my favorite. The main people use him is because he is a good roamer. So for some people, he's in the best category, but for me, he's in the middle. Which means I still play as him, but like they're not my favorite. Second on there is Jaeger. Jaeger is good. He has the anti-grenade systems. He's definitely a camping operator. But I don't think his weapon's the best. And he has like a charge that goes in the wall. Oh yeah, and Blitz has like an electrocuting thing where you can electrocute people who plant stuff on walls. But Jaeger, he has a grenade thing. You plant it. I can't remember what it's called. Anti-grenade system. And basically, whenever a grenade, flash, smoke goes into the room, it takes it out. He has 3 of these. Now, with fuse, I think that he can't take out all the fuse grenades. I'm not 100% sure. I think it has limited like detectors. He's really good, but he's not my favorite. The third operator is Doc. Doc is good, but I don't think he's good enough. They gave him a buff where he can heal himself. Usually once you start getting shot, you can't get down, and he can heal himself if he's in the down but not out stage. But usually once you get back up, you're getting shot at. And then he can heal enemies with his shots. He has a lot of things to do. He has like a little pistol that can heal someone, and you can even bring someone up to 120 health, but that only lasts a couple seconds. And if someone's down, but not out, and he sees them, he can revive them by shooting the pistol at them. So if someone's across the room and you can't cross over there to revive them, you can use it. And when he revives someone, instead of them going to 50 health, they go to 75 health. And the last person on here, on the middle, is Frost. Frost has the bear traps, which you plant, and they're good, but most people don't fall for them anymore. She's kind of like Capcan for me. Her Super 90 shotgun is amazing. It's probably the best shotgun in the game, and her submachine gun's good too. I'm a submachine gun person, but her Super 90 shotgun, I've used it on Terrace Hunt in a couple matches, is godlike. Goddess-like, I guess. So she's a female operator. But it's godlike. Now, for her bear traps, which can catch enemies in them and then you can shoot them, I only plant them at the bottom of stairs or behind a shield. And a lot of times there is not someone who plants a shield in the hallway. Now, I've had a couple situations where I was being dumb and I stepped over and hit one of those. But most of the time, you don't get kills or you don't capture someone with those unless you're really smart with them. And now on to my least favorite category, the worst. On this list is Castle, Tachanka. I know he's our lord and he needs a buff, but Capcan and Mute. Castle. He has these deployable bulletproof barricades, which a lot of people think are really good at first, but it kind of gives the enemy team an advantage. When the enemy team is planting a charge, they don't have to worry about someone shooting through the charges, because if someone sees their feet on a wooden barricade, the normal barricades, they're going to shoot through and end up killing the enemy with a headshot. But with this guy, you can see someone's feet, and you can shoot their feet, but they're probably going to run off. But you can't really kill someone through them, and they can plant a charge without having to worry. Now, he is good for operators who sometimes don't have something to blow open a wall. So I've been like Capital sometimes, who has frag grenades, and it ticked me off because there was a castle barricade and I couldn't blow it open, and it was on a window, so I couldn't toss a grenade at it. But yeah, he kind of gives the enemy team an advantage, and frankly, I'd much rather stick with wooden barricades. Second on this list is Tachanka. Here we go with Lord. A lot of people call him Lord Tachanka because he's so bad to the point where people kind of praise him. He deserves a buff really badly. Like, they should put a shield on him. He has a deployable LMG. It's like a World War I LMG. And it's a turret that he can maintain. And at first glance, this looks like, oh crap, this might be good. Shooting enemies down a corridor, locking it down. Sounds good, and that's what I thought when I first bought him, and he was one of the first operators I bought. But no, it doesn't work like that. His guns are okay. He's got the same guns as Capcom, but no. And frankly, he's just not really a good operator. He's probably the worst, if not one of the worst operators ever. And the operators in this game are pretty balanced. It mainly depends on skill. Don't forget, this is opinions. This is the operators that are best are also operators I feel like I'm skilled at. Maybe not Rook because he's pretty basic, but yeah. And then we have Capcan. Capcan has deployable booby traps, which can blow people up coming through windows and whatnot. I've only died in the 200 hours I have in this game twice from one of these traps. They deploy a red laser, and they blow someone up if they walk through them. Now, everyone who's been playing Rainbow Six Siege, even after you've been playing for a week, you know, not like a week straight, like you bought the game a week ago. If you see the red laser, you shoot the box deploying the laser. It's just habit. The only time I've had it happen is I blow open a charge, and I think charges kill them too. But the only times I've had that happen is I blow open a charge, I go in, and I end up dying. That's only happened to me twice. Now, yeah. So he's not really good. And then last but not least is Mute. By the way, I didn't have enough gameplay, so right here I'm just replaying some gameplay from earlier in the video. But Mute. He has the deployable communication things. I'm also not good with him. That, can, like, basically disable electronics. So drones can't find the objective room. Now, here's the problem with him, is that most of the time, a drone, once they see it, knows, oh, that's where the objective is. And playing as him, also, you have to run and like be fast. The first thing you gotta do is plant those because the drones are going in just as you start up. So it's also situational because if you're on like the bottom floor, the drones are gonna get in there quick and you're gonna get caught. Now it does get some easy points because it traps drones basically, and you can shoot them out and get the XP. But you enemies can also detect, oh, that's where the objective is by the sound and the disruption on their drone, so they can detect where the enemy is, which results in a lot of moments where it doesn't help out. It actually gives the team an advantage, just like Castle. Now, most of these operators' weapons are good. There are a couple where their weapons are horrible. Mute has an MPK5 or something like that, and I personally think it's pretty good. But anyways, yeah, those are my favorite down to my least favorite defenders. Tomorrow, or sometime soon, I will do my favorite down to my least favorite attackers. Anyways, thank you for watching. I usually don't say this now. I gotta start saying it because I haven't really gained a lot. If you're new to this channel, like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Uh, I'm just a small low channel, and if you think I might deserve more subscribers, you could be one of those subscribers. And plus, it's free. So, drop yourself a subscription. Thanks for watching. Bye.